Most dangerous places on Earth. The challenge these dangerous locations offer is all that draws many people to them. Despite the risks they provide, some are attracted to these locations for their natural beauty. Whatever the cause, there is no disputing that visiting these places will be a memorable and one-of-a-kind adventure. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and let's dive in. And while some might regard visiting these risky locations as nothing more than a want to die, others think the benefits outweigh the risks. What could be more satisfying than overcoming your worries and emerging unscathed? So, if you're searching for an exhilarating trip, have a look at our list of the world's most hazardous locations. These places, which range from dangerous mountains to active volcanoes, are sure to send your heart pounding. Mount Washington, USA. Northern New Hampshire is home to Mount Washington, a mountain in the northeastern part of the country. It is the highest peak in the northeastern United States and one of the highest north of the Mason-Dixon line. It is a part of the White Mountains range. Both its stunning views and its extremely unstable weather have made Mount Washington famous. Hikers, climbers, and skiers all like going there. Mount Washington, which is part of the presidential range of the White Mountains, is 6,288 feet tall. The peak is roughly 60 miles north of Boston, Massachusetts, and is a part of the White Peak National Forest. George Washington, the country's first president, is honored by having the peak bear his name. On Mount Washington, the weather is infamous for being hazardous and unpredictable. The mountain has the worst weather in the world, with winds that regularly exceed 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour. With a wind gust of 231 miles per hour, the top set the world record wind speed in 1934. Not to mention the extremely cold conditions, which can reach -40 F. Despite the hazardous weather, Mount Washington is a well-liked vacation spot for the daring. Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan's the Gates of Hell natural gas field is one of the world's longest burning gas fields, having been operational since its 1971 discovery. Although the cause of the fire is unknown, local mythology holds that a Soviet drilling rig unintentionally tapped into a pocket of methane gas, which is said to have caused the fire. Inferno has been raging ever since the gas caught fire. The Gates of Hell, which are around 260 feet wide, are situated in the Karakum Desert. 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit is claimed to be the temperature in the heart of the fire. The Gates of Hell are simply around the size of a football field, despite their ominous name. The Gates of Hell are no longer a surprise to the locals. In fact, some of them view them as tourist attractions. Visitors are not permitted to touch the fire, even if they can go very close to it. There are numerous natural gas fields burning throughout Turkmenistan, including the Gates of Hell. In fact, the number of active natural gas fields in the nation is thought to be around 140. Turkmenistan lacks a lot of infrastructure for capturing and using natural gas, which is why this is the case. Because of this, a lot of it is just burned off or flared. The Gates of Hell are a familiar sight to the locals, some even see it as a tourist destination. Visitors are permitted to approach the fire pretty closely, but they are not permitted to touch it. Turkmenistan has a large number of active natural gas fields, including the Gates of Hell. Throughout fact, there are thought to be 140 active natural gas fields throughout the nation. This is due to Turkmenistan's inadequate infrastructure for capturing and using natural gas. Therefore, a large portion of it is simply burned off or flared. The Gates of Hell is undoubtedly one of the most intriguing natural gas fires in the world, despite not being the largest. It serves as a reminder of both the strength of nature and the perils associated with finding pockets of methane gas. Skeleton Coast, Namibia. Namibia's Skeleton Coast is a desolate and inhospitable section of coastline. It is well known for its fauna, dangerous sand dunes, and shipwrecks. The term Skeleton Coast refers to both the numerous shipwrecks that dot the coastline and the animal bones that have been left behind on the beaches. The Skeleton Coast is home to a variety of animals, including lions, elephants, and seals despite its isolated location. It is not advised owing to the hazardous conditions to go on a safari to observe the wildlife, explore the shipwrecks, or climb through the sand dunes on the Skeleton Coast. Snake Island, Brazil. The golden lancehead viper, one of the deadliest animals on Earth, is found on a small island just off the coast of Brazil. A human can be killed by this snake's venom in just a few minutes with just one bite. Its venom supposedly has the power to even melt human flesh. Numerous thousands of these snakes, or around 5 per square meter, live on the island known as Snake Island, which is unoccupied by people. Snake Island is home to a number of other dangerous animals, including the boa constrictor and the golden lancehead viper, in addition to the deadly snake. Despite not being as dangerous as the golden lancehead viper, these snakes can nonetheless be a major menace to people. Snake Island is definitely not for the faint of heart, and because the snakes are so venomous, no one is allowed to visit the island, according to the Brazilian authorities. Volcano tours in Hawaii, USA. Hawaii's volcano excursions provide tourists the chance to get up and personal with some of the world's most active volcanoes. The Big Island of Hawaii is home to 4 significant volcanoes: Kilauea, Mauna Loa, Hualalai, and Haleakala. Typically, these trips take place there. Visitors have the option of taking a ground trip that brings them right up to the crater's edge, or a helicopter tour that provides aerial views of the volcanoes. Exploring these natural wonders up close and learning about their geology and history through volcano excursions is exhilarating. Kilauea has been constantly erupting since 1983, making it one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Lava flows, steam vents, and other aspects of this still active volcano can all be seen by guests on tours of the volcano. On the Big Island and among the biggest in the world, Mauna Loa is the biggest volcano. Still regarded as active, it last erupted in 1984. When taking a Mauna Loa tour, tourists may observe the lava flows from the volcano's most recent eruption as well as the sizable caldera that was created when the volcano collapsed many years ago. It's a beautiful sight to behold. The latest eruption of the Big Island's Hualalai volcano took place in 1800. It is still active today. Visitors can view the eruption's lava flow and the crater that was created on a Hualalai tour. One of Hawaii's most visited tourist spots is Haleakala, a dormant volcano on the island of Maui. When the volcano erupted in 1790, a crater was created that can be seen by tourists on Haleakala tours. Skellig Michael Mountain, Ireland. Kerry County in Ireland is home to Skellig Michael Mountain. A 6th century monastery can be found there. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Boats departing from Portmagee or Ballinskelligs can take you to the peak. The mountain might be dangerous, so please be cautious. The 600 stairs, some of which are rather steep, lead up to the monastery. Additionally, you can only get there by boat, and you'll have to navigate a sizable body of choppy water. Since the weather can abruptly change, it happens frequently that boats cannot dock because of high tides. However, the views are really worth the effort from the top. Before beginning your adventure, make sure you are well prepared. Skellig Michael is a magnificent location with a lengthy past. The island of Skellig Michael is only accessible to a limited amount of people, so keep that in mind if you ever travel to Ireland. Death Valley National Park, USA. Death Valley National Park in the United States is among the most hazardous locations on Earth. Extreme temperatures in this region, which can get as high as 134 degrees Fahrenheit, are well known. With its jagged cliffs and abrupt drop-offs, the landscape is also quite hazardous. Death Valley has seen a lot of fatalities over the years, making it a really risky area to visit. Death Valley is still a well-liked travel destination for thrill seekers and those who enjoy adventure despite the risks. It poses obstacles that are unlike anything else in the world, and those who succeed in overcoming them experience great success. Death Valley is the ideal location if you're seeking for an adrenaline rush. Thank you for watching. Follow for more.